Nikola Tesla once described a way of working that almost sounds impossible. Before he built an invention, he would build it entirely in his mind. Then he'd switch it on and walk away. While his attention was somewhere else, he said the machine continued running in his imagination. Hours later, sometimes even days later, he would come back to it, inspect every moving part, make adjustments, and continue testing it, all before it had ever been built. These weren't stories told by other people years later. This is how Tesla described his own creative process. I've wondered about that ever since I first read it, because if he was describing his experience accurately, it raises one of the most fascinating questions I've ever come across. What exactly is imagination? Welcome to The Conscious Creator, where we explore reality from a consciousness-first perspective and examine the assumptions shaping our world. Nikola Tesla wasn't just an inventor. He was one of history's greatest visual thinkers. If you've ever seen photographs of his laboratory, it's easy to imagine him surrounded by coils, motors, blueprints, and electrical equipment. But according to Tesla, his most important workshop wasn't filled with machinery at all. It existed entirely in his mind. Tesla explained that before he ever built a new invention, he would first construct it mentally, down to the smallest detail. He would picture every component, assemble it piece by piece, and then set the machine in motion. And that's where his process became truly extraordinary. He didn't simply imagine the machine for a few moments and then start building it. He claimed he would let it keep running. While he turned his attention to other work, the machine continued operating in his imagination. Hours later, sometimes even days later, he would return to it and continue observing it, almost as though it had been running the entire time without him. If something wasn't working properly, he would notice it. If a part needed to be redesigned, he would change it. Then he would let it continue running again. Tesla even wrote that he could detect where parts would wear over time, make improvements, and repeat the process until he was satisfied. Only then would he begin building the physical machine. Perhaps the most remarkable part is that he claimed the finished invention almost always behaved exactly as it had in his mind. Imagine what that would have looked like from the outside. Someone sees Tesla sitting quietly, perhaps staring out a window or taking a walk. To everyone else, it appears that nothing is happening. But according to Tesla, an entire machine is operating somewhere that no one else can see. Its creator has simply turned his attention elsewhere, while the machine continues running. It's a remarkable claim, and it raises a fascinating question. Does Tesla's way of working reveal something about the human mind that most of us have never fully appreciated? Tesla never described his imagination as fantasy. He spoke about it almost as though it were a place where he could experiment, observe, and refine ideas long before they appeared in the physical world. It's a question that has fascinated me ever since I first read his account, because Tesla isn't the only person to describe something like this. Throughout history, remarkable discoveries have often arrived in ways that seem almost impossible to explain. A mathematician suddenly sees the solution to a problem that's resisted months of work. A composer hears an entire symphony before writing a single note. An inventor wakes up knowing exactly how a machine should work. Again and again, history is filled with people who describe ideas arriving almost fully formed, not as a series of logical steps, but as though they were discovered. Tesla was one of those people. The difference is that he claimed he could return to that inner world whenever he wanted, almost like stepping back into an invisible workshop that remained there whether he was paying attention to it or not. Imagination isn't merely the ability to invent things that don't exist. It's where possibilities begin taking shape long before they become physical experience. It's one of the most powerful creative tools we possess. The more I think about Tesla's creative process, the more I realize how easy it is to focus on the inventions themselves. The machines are extraordinary. The discoveries change the world. But what continues to fascinate me is the process that came before any of them existed, because that's where the real story begins. Most people assume that reality begins with something physical. A block of stone becomes a sculpture, steel becomes a bridge, wood becomes a house. Tesla worked in the opposite direction. For him, the invisible always came first. Long before there was a machine you could touch, there was already a complete experience unfolding within him. He explored it, refined it, lived with it, Only then did he build it. That completely changes the way I think about creation. The visible world isn't where creation begins, it's where creation becomes visible. That's true of every invention. But I don't think it stops there. Every transformation in our lives follows the same pattern. The person you become, the future you experience, the life you eventually live. None of them begin the moment they become visible. They begin in your own invisible workshop, long before they appear in the physical world. Tesla seemed to understand this instinctively. He didn't wait for the outer world to tell him what was possible. He worked from the inside out. That's why his story is so much bigger than one remarkable inventor. It's a reminder that the invisible isn't separate from reality. It's the place from which reality emerges. Tesla never worked as though the physical world was the starting point. For him, it was the destination. The invention existed long before anyone else could see it. His workshop simply made it visible. I believe the same principle extends far beyond invention. We live as though the visible world is the whole story. Yet everything we've explored in Tesla's life points in another direction. By the time something becomes visible, the creative process is already well underway. Reality reveals what has already been created within. We spend so much of our lives reacting to appearances, believing that what we can see is the most fundamental level of reality. Tesla lived as though the opposite were true. He understood that the invisible always comes first. The visible simply follows. By the time our hands begin the work, creation is already well underway. The physical act simply allows it to become visible. Tesla's invisible workshop points toward a very different understanding of reality. We usually think of consciousness as something we carry through the world. The longer I sat with Tesla's story, the more that assumption began to dissolve. Reality unfolds within consciousness. Everything we experience first exists as a possibility before it becomes an experience. The physical world is where those possibilities become visible. That's why lasting change never begins by trying to force the outer world to become different. It begins by changing the source from which the outer world emerges. Tesla never tried to create from the outside in. He created from the inside out. His inventions seemed to arrive with such extraordinary clarity because he wasn't inventing them. He was allowing something that already existed in the invisible to become visible. I keep coming back to that image. Nikola Tesla quietly leaving an invention running in his mind while he turned his attention somewhere else. There's something deeply symbolic about it, not just because of what it says about Tesla, because of what it says about us. We've spent too long believing that reality begins with what we can see. Tesla lived as though the visible world was simply the final chapter of a much longer story, one that begins in the invisible. Whether he was designing a motor or imagining an entirely new way to harness electricity, he always started in the same place, not with matter, with awareness. Maybe that's why his life continues to fascinate us more than a century later. His greatest legacy may not be alternating current or the induction motor. It may be the quiet reminder that creation doesn't begin in the physical world. It begins long before that. The next time someone tells you it's just your imagination, remember the man who built some of the most important inventions in history by trusting the invisible long before anyone else could see it. The invisible has always been more real than we've allowed ourselves to believe. Thank you for spending this time with me on The Conscious Creator. If this video brought something meaningful to you, I'd love for you to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might appreciate this kind of conversation. And if this idea resonated with you, let me know in the comments. I'd genuinely love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, may your greatest creations begin long before the world can see them.